Hi class, Professor Smith here, excited to cover a business application. The purpose of this video is to show you that key terms will make word problems seem a lot less intimidating. We're going to be looking at the value of a new business franchise, and this is actually a problem number 27 from section 4.5, which is on page 303. In this example, we have the value of a new business franchise grows according to the formula. V of x, which is equal to 10, plus the ratio of 10x, and 1 plus 0.5x. And here V is in thousands of dollars, and x is the number of years after 2012. And we basically are looking at three questions. So let's blow this up so you can see it a little bit better. What is the expected value in 2022? Is the value of V increasing or decreasing in 2022? And lastly, is the rate of increase in the value changing? And is this related to V or V prime? Since the question had parts A, B, and C, we'll go ahead and take a look at each part. For part A, we're going to ask the question, what's the relationship between expected value and value? And it turns out they're one and the same. They're just saying, what would you expect to get if you have a formula for V? The next thing is, how do we determine if the function is increasing or decreasing? And we'll talk about that when we get to Maple Learn. And lastly, we're asked to find the rate of increase. So the rate of increase in the value changing. And so that's different than if it's increasing or decreasing. I've entered in the function, and by adding in this colon, that'll assign that function to every time I type in V. The first question asks about 2022. Well, it turns out since 2022, and by typing just a space bar, it changes this to text. Since we're interested in 2022, and the franchise started in 2012, I'm going to subtract the 2, and that's going to give me 10. And that means I want to know what's the value when x is 10, because that's the value after it started. So I'm going to go ahead and type in V of 10. And when I close that parentheses, I get that it's 83rd. And when you express that as a decimal, you get 26.667. But then you start thinking about the value of the franchise is only worth $26. Doesn't seem like it's worth very much. But remember, this was in thousands of dollars, so we have to change the units in order to answer the question. So I'm going to multiply V of 10 by 1,000. So I'll use parentheses to do that. And that's going to give us $26,666.67 if we round to the nearest dollar. This concludes part 1 of our video on terminology and making word problems easier.